Hello, 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 everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Kristen. I am a certified personal trainer, performance nutritionist, and hypnotherapist. I help women shed fat, tone up, and create a very healthy lifestyle and very healthy mind. For those who are interested in my educational background, I have a bachelor's degree in exercise and sports science, a master's degree in international business, and I'm currently in my PhD program for psychology. So, health in terms of fitness, in terms of nutrition and mindset are so important to me. And that's why I am here to serve you in this area. So, today we're going to talk about intuitive eating versus macro tracking. What are the pros and cons of each? Why would you choose over the other? And in hope, it will just give you so much clarity about what's going to work best for you and for your goals. Okay. Now, I am going to reference my notes because I like to stay on track. Otherwise, I could sit here and talk to you forever. Okay, so benefits of macro tracking or tracking your macros. So, really quick macronutrients, right? Macros: protein, carb, fat, and alcohol. Okay, micros or micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. Let's just get that out of the way in case someone doesn't know what macros are. It's just food, whole food. Okay, so beginner to advanced can track macros. They get so laser specific on one individual at a time that you are eating exactly what you need for your body. You're eating exactly what you need for your goal, but it gives you so much flexibility. So you can go out to eat or you can go have wine with your girlfriends or whatever it is and still see the progress each and every week. It just takes that self discipline of pre planning your macros, right? If you know you're going out to eat, look at the menu beforehand, track it so you can work the rest of your day around it. So, definitely beneficial for those who are just learning, although it can feel really overwhelming. As long as you have a coach right by your side, you will absolutely learn how to live that healthy lifestyle. And that is another great thing about macros too, is it teaches you how to live healthily. It teaches you this is what I need for my body. How do I feel that now in quality food? Personally, if it fits your macros, is not something I follow because that approach, to the best of my knowledge, is more so like eat anything you want if it fits your macros. For me, I'm very health centered, more a holistic trainer, and so I want you to be having 400 to 500 grams of vegetables per day, 200 to 300 grams of fruit per day, 25 grams of fiber per day. We monitor water, we monitor steps sometimes. Like there's so many other aspects. And so I think macros are a great tool to really teach you what does my body need to eat? How do I feel mentally and physically when I'm eating the right foods? And just the more you track your macros as well, the more you learn about your body, the more in tune you are with your body. Personally, it's just a more wonderful lifestyle because you feel great, you know what you need rather than feeling tired and kind of foggy or confused, right, the whole time. Okay, beautiful. So, tracking macros, I said this a little bit earlier, it gets you to your very specific goal, calculated. I mean, literally calculated. For my girls, most of them, I have them lose 1.5 to 2 pounds every week. It's so calculated. So you're like, okay, as long as I follow, I know mostly what my result will be, which is really nice. Okay, now I'm going to quickly turn my headphones off because I think they're cracking and I don't want you to hear that. Beautiful. We should be good to go. If there's any issues, just let me know and I will get that adjusted, but it looks good. Okay, beautiful. Excuse me. All right. Now, what are some cons of tracking macros potentially? It's a little bit less convenient if you're going out to eat, like I said, or if you're going to a gathering and you're like, I have no clue what to eat. There can be some limitations, but honestly, there is a solution. It's more so putting in the diligence, practicing that self discipline, and just doing what you need to do. Estimate as best as you can. Eat protein and vegetables as the primary earlier in the day so you have more calories, carbs, and fat to use because we can always find carbs and fat. Can't find protein as easy. Okay, but really that was like the only con I could think of, honestly. Tracking macros I think is so important for people's health because it really just it helps us know what exactly do you need. And that is a really great reason why calculators, I have one too, right? I created one as well. They get people results, certainly. That being said, you need more. You need someone tracking you and tracking your progress and seeing what's happening because calculators have to be generic to hit the masses. But the more individualized something is to you, the more we learn, oh, your body does a little bit better on a little bit higher fat or more moderate protein or higher carb or this or that. But it gives so much information about you as a woman, which is beautiful. Okay, let's move on to intuitive eating. My understanding of intuitive eating is simply you just eat what you want, what you feel like. Okay. I believe that intuitive eating best serves those who have already really honed in tracking macros and have been tracking. Personally, I would say at least a year, like consistently and well for at least a year, because then you've really created and cultivated those healthy habits needed to be successful with your nutrition. Okay. We got to get those habits in there before we just kind of take off the training wheels and just go for it. It's so much better to take the time to learn, to practice the journey, even though it's stricter, right? It's a little stricter tracking macros. It's so worth it long term. It will serve you so well long term. I've been tracking macros probably like almost 4 years. And I've intuitively ate a couple months out of maybe the last 2 years. But I love macros. I do intuitively eat as well all the time. Okay. Now, another benefit of intuitive eating, it's more convenient. Of course, right? Definitely more convenient. It's a nice break from focusing so much on your diet if needed. If you're just feeling mentally like, oh, I really need a break, intuitive eating is wonderful. Intuitive eating is not for beginners. Like I said, habit formation is first and foremost, ladies, in everything. I think I'm sure that you all probably know that. Now, cons of intuitive eating. You may not be eating enough protein. I have found this with probably 99% of my clients. I've worked literally with over 500 clients, and like 99% of those clients do not eat enough protein when they first come to me. Like some of them not even close. Tracking macros, you can see everything you're eating. Intuitive eating, again, if those habits are in place, then you pretty much know. I mean, you already have it established, but you just know intuitively that you need more protein. You can actually feel your body craving different macros. It's so interesting. You become so in tune. Okay. You may be eating bigger portions than you need, especially when we're hungry. Our eyes eat bigger than our bodies really need. And then if your habits are not established enough before you go to that intuitive eating, you may fall back into poor habits. Okay. Now, let me actually tangent on this and somewhat contradict myself because I have one client, wonderful client, works super hard in the gym. You know, the gym's never a problem. She weight lifts all the time. We do fitness and nutrition together. But with macros, her compliance really struggled. And although she wanted to, she's super busy realtor, super successful realtor, mom, wife, so just busy all the time. So macros, we found it really, really difficult for her. Now going into, she's been with me over a year now, I'm pretty sure. And so now we're going into another 6-month program. And so for her, it was like, you know what? Let's just see how many days do you want to intuitively eat? How many days do you want to track macros? And it can change by day. And so for her, I'm actually taking the reins off a little bit, but closely monitoring the habits. And so because of like the measurements and the weight and all these lifestyle, like because of the data I collect, I can, let's see, what's the word? Like I'm thinking of like a horse, I kind of pull a little bit this way, pull a little bit this way, like kind of talk about those habits, but she has a coach there right by her side. So in this case, although her true habits aren't established, intuitively eating and / the mix does serve that client better. So I just wanted to tell you there's always exceptions. Okay, now benefits of mixing the two. Practice naturally living a healthy lifestyle. And that was actually another thing with her I want to say was it was almost like when she went back to macros, it almost brought out this, I need to break my diet one day and I'm going to overeat and overeat and overeat and I'll get back on tomorrow. And so it almost created an unhealthy habit because to me, she was kind of falling into that all or nothing approach. And it's like, okay, let's give you more freedom. And in turn, it's caused her to be more structured, but for herself. So there's so many ways about it, but it's, you just see where you fall, right? I think you guys probably know where you fall. And if you're not sure, reach out. Let's talk about it. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's great to track a few days in the week, maybe have the weekend untracked, but it's never an excuse to say, eat as much as I want because I'm tracking macros tomorrow. It's like, no, our lifestyle is healthy. We're going to practice self-discipline with a little more freedom. You know what I mean? Okay. So why would you choose one over the other? One, where are you in your fitness and nutrition journey? Where are you in your fitness and nutrition habits? If your nutrition is like, I am so confused, I don't even know what I'm supposed to eat, you know, macros, maybe you're tracking, maybe you're not. I would not recommend intuitive eating. I would say get with a trainer or someone you really trust and start tracking. The reason I would say get with a trainer, of course I am a trainer, so I'm biased, but not really, because the thing is, how can you take yourself somewhere you've never been? You might be able to with like online learning. How long will it take, right? Going through the ups and downs and the trials and the learning versus going with someone who's been there and who's taken hundreds and hundreds of people there all day, every day, right? It's just so much faster, so much more efficient. You won't harm your body. Fad diets really harm your body. Ups and downs like that can really harm your body. So it's like, let's just save all that. Let's just go to point A, point B. Enjoy the journey like this, learning instead of like this, right? Okay. Now, the second one, yeah, do you already have healthy habits established and in place? Number 3, do you have a specific goal with a specific deadline? A wedding, summer's around the corner, whatever, right? Vacation, track your macros. Super advanced ladies, too, track your macros. Duh, right? It's just like tracking your finances. You'll for sure get to your goal as long as you have a plan for you and follow the plan. Okay, now the last thing I want to say, actually 2 more things. Fat loss and muscle growth, both, well, everything does, but both greatly benefit from macros. I often talk about fat loss because most of you do want fat loss, but and muscle gain. But there are some ladies out there who are already fit or skinny fat or, you know, just more petite that want to be in a calorie surplus. So eating more than your body needs to maintain itself to more efficiently grow muscle mass. Again, macros, personally, I choose will be optimal for that because it's so calculated. The more specific and detailed you can get and the more variables you control, the more guaranteed the result, right? Just naturally. Now, the last thing I want to say, I have noticed quite a bit because not everyone is compliant. I wish all my clients were perfectly compliant, but it's just not reality, and that's okay, right? Good trainers will meet a client where they're at, no judgment, and just take you from where you are to where you want to go, right? It's not like you have to be here. But that being said, every single one of my non-compliant clients who have at least hit 2 to 3 days compliance a week out of 7, I like a minimum of 5. But even those 2 to 3 a week, as long as they have weightlifting in the program as well, achieve total body recomposition. It's wild. And so it's like, and the reason I show you that is because so many people think, well, I have to be perfect. I have to be 7 out of 7 compliant, or I have to be this, or it just doesn't work. Not true at all. And actually, there's a recent post in the macro tracking and weightlifting for women Facebook group showing that in 6 months, one of my clients lost only 5 pounds. But that woman's body looks so different. Like it took off years and years and years. And now she has a lifted booty, teeny little waist. Like you can see her hamstrings beautifully. Like her arm muscles are coming out. And that was just not the original picture. And so I say that because it's like, take heart. As long as you're putting in the effort, small habits are changing so much. Even if you don't even realize, they really are changing. The more you practice the right thing, even if it's 1 second a week, and then next week is 2 seconds a week, it's going to compound into the results that you want. Okay. So keep putting in the effort. All effort you put in is worth it, no matter what you see, right, with your eyes. It's so worth it. Okay. Wonderful. Have a great day today. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, drop them in, or send me a chat and we'll chat. I love talking to ladies about this. I love serving you guys this way because I remember when I wanted to get fit and I had no idea what to do. And so I went on the elliptical and I was like, what am I doing? And I was like trying to track macros. This was like almost 12 years ago. I was trying to track macros and I was eating like massive bowls of plain yakisoba because I was trying to fill my carbs. Like no one told me about fruits and vegetables and spacing your food and all of these things. And when I learned all these things and became a trainer, I was like, as much as I can help it, I will never let another woman want to be fit, lose weight, be healthy, grow muscle, and not know how to get there. I want to be that person to bridge the gap. So I really care about you guys and getting you there successfully and healthily in a way that you truly can sustain for life because it's fun and enjoyable and good for your body and your mind. Okay. Have a great day. I'll talk to you ladies later. Bye.